Welcome back, my fellow primers. And to anyone new tuning into the channel, I'm Leo. This is State of Prime, your source for staying mentally, physically, and spiritually primed for any state. Now, today, we're doing a message of the day, and today's message is how to let go of negative energy. What is it? Why you should care? Let's dive in. You know, what is negative energy? Negative energy is essentially when we are not aligned with our true selves. That's really what it is. It's when we're separated from the essence within us. It's when we're identified with form. Now, what I've learned is that we can mentalize these things, but hot damn, when we're going through the moment, we're not thinking about none of this. I'm sure we all can attest to this. And so it's like, what I've learned is that it takes awareness and addressing it before it boils over. If you get the net, well, okay, so hot water, right? If the hot water, you want it to boil, but you don't want the water to boil out. You don't want the pan to explode. And so what happens is, so if we can acknowledge when we are feeling these negative emotions, right? And then going to address it. For me, being in a tree, listening and just being in the woods is one way, but it's also, I've had to learn this, I can't always run into the woods. I have to find it within myself. I can't find it on the outside. And so when it comes to negative energy, this is an indicator that something deeper is going on within you, whether physically, emotionally, mentally, something's going on, and there's a key there for you. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that here's your silver golden nugget. You'll never have to worry about negative energy again, because that's not the truth. And at State of Prime, we are prime. We're not sugarcoating nothing. We're not running away from our problems, because the only way to get through something is to go through it. We can't go over it, under it, around it, because we're not solving it. And so the key message of today, guys, is be aware. I do a lot, and I'm still practicing, guys. This is not something where you reach a pinnacle, but it's taught me a lot about myself. That's what it is at the end of the day. It's an indicator, and it's trying to tell me something. And when you separate yourself, right, and maybe you even acknowledge and address the people around you, hey, listen, excuse me, guys, right now, there's some tension inside of me. I don't want to lash out on you, and I don't want to project that onto you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go give myself some space, and I'm going to address this. I'm going to get through it, and then I'm going to come back, and we're going to get through it. Whatever it is, however it is, letting people around you know is important, but also the fact of verbalizing it. God, this is so important. This could be why talking to people is so good or beneficial, is because when you verbalize something, now it's out. But when we allow things to stew and just marinate, and it builds up more tension within us, and we don't express that. And so when you feel the tension coming on, whatever type of negative energy, call someone, express it to someone. Now, don't wallow in it like a pig in mud. Don't wallow in it. Instead, address it. So don't hey, Bob, man, listen, man, this dude was talking junk, man. He couldn't even, none of that. No, that's not what it's about. Instead, it's, hey, Bob, listen, you know what? I just had this experience. Do you have a minute? That's important too. You don't want to just, you don't want to just call someone and just word vomit on them. So it's like, okay, boom, Bob, hey, yeah, you got a minute? Okay, so look, man, I was going through this and this happened, and I just wanted to get your opinion, see what you feel. Now, it can be a slippery slope, because if we call Bob or whoever and we're speaking from the ego, we want him to agree with us. Man, he's a piece of crap. What ain't he? That was wrong what he did, right? And see, that's creating opposition. We don't want opposition. We want illumination. We want awareness. We want truth. And that only happens when you give it within yourself. So when it comes to negative energy, my fellow primers, be honest with yourself. Address it, verbalize it, write it out. Go take the space to get away from stimulation so that it doesn't go under the rug and go unaddressed and manifest into physical ailments, mental ailments, and everything else. Address it in the moment because it's there in that moment. That's when it needs to be addressed. Hey, I'm learning this too, guys. We're learning this together. Okay? We're learning this together. Oh, with that, my fellow primers, that's it for today's video. If you need any assistance, the resources, you want to join the tribe, it's so much. Check the description down below. Until the next one, stay primed.